So, OB is very much concerned about organizational development and effectiveness. Organizational effectiveness is defined as an extent to which an organization achieves its predetermined objectives with a given amount of resources and means without placing undue strain on its members. Sometimes efficiency and effectiveness are used as synonyms. However, there exists a difference between the two concepts. Therefore, it is important to explain the difference between the concepts of effectiveness and efficiency to understand why organization may be effective but not efficient, or efficient but not effective. Effectiveness is a broad concept and takes into account a collection of factors both inside and outside an organization. It is commonly referred to as the degree to which predetermined goals are achieved. On the other hand, efficiency is a limited concept that pertains to the internal working of an organization. It refers to an amount of resources used to produce a particular unit of output. It is generally measured as a ratio of inputs or outputs. Further, effectiveness concentrates more on human side of organizational values and activities, whereas efficiency concentrates on the technological side of an organization. So we have so many approaches and so many culture how they could attain organizational development through increasing effectiveness and efficiency of the organizational members. So it's about conceptualizing the concepts to acquire or attain the goal. Goal attainment is the most widely used criterion of organizational effectiveness and functional approach, which leads to solve the immediate problem and identification of the problem. Next, the system approach, which emphasize on interdependency of process that relate the organization to its environment. The interdependence takes the form of input output transactions and includes scarce and valued resources such as physical, economic, and human for which every organization competes. So these are the components we are going to study in organizational psychology or organizational behavior. So we will be studying each topic in detail. So this will be you will in units. So you will have work environment, dynamics, and this culture. So everything in detail way. Okay. So next time moving to the scope. So far we have seen about what you are going to study in organization psychology. So first we are entering into scope and nature, which they are in first unit. So I'll give you assignment. You need to complete 3 to 4 assignment. It will be around 2 pages. So altogether you have to submit 6 pages of assignment. Each assignment should have 2 pages or more than that. It depends. So the mark will be evaluated based on the uh, uniqueness of the assignment. Okay. So let's move to the scope of OB. So moving forward to scope of OB, it is an interdisciplinary approach. So organizational behavior is essentially an interdisciplinary approach to study human behavior at work. It tries to integrate the relevant knowledge drawn from related disciplines like psychology, sociology, anthropology to make them applicable for studying and analyzing organizational behavior. Next, it is a applied science. The very nature of OB is applied. What OB basically does is the application of various researchers to solve the organizational problem that related to human behavior. The basic line of difference between pure science and OB is that while the former concentrates on fundamental researchers, that later concentrates on applied researchers. and it is a humanistic and optimistic approach which deals with analyzing people in the organization, and it will describe thinking and feelings of human beings. OB is based on the belief that people have an innate desire to be independent, creative, and productive. It also realizes that people working in the organization can and will actualize these potentials if they are given proper conditions and environment. And it is a total system approach. This approach is one that integrates all the variables affecting organizational functioning. The system approach has been developed by the behavioral scientists to analyze human behavior in view of socio-psychological framework, and is a separate field, it not a discipline only. So by definition itself, you can understand like a discipline is an accepted science that is based on a theoretical foundation, but OB has a multidisciplinary orientation and is thus not based on specific theoretical background. Therefore, it is better reasonable to call OB separate field of study rather than discipline study. So next, we are moving to nature. It is a personality development approach, we can say. Why? Because it impacts it impacts changes in personality of the people, and which impacts on their performance. So as we discussed earlier, it relates employee motivation strategies, and it will give more ideas to the employer to motivate their employee. And it's a leadership, like we have so many leadership styles. So based on the situation, the leader should adopt any one kind of leadership. So it is doesn't mean that he only follow autocratic or custodial or participative leadership. So based on the situation, he can switch on to any type of leadership style. Then it's related is concept to perception. Perception is what we collect information through sensory organs. So how we perceive our environment. So uh, that relates people in the organization how they perceive their working environment. Next, it impacts culture on organizational behavior. So OB has a specific feature on improving culture of the organization. It will give different strategies and styles to improve their job analysis, job design, and it helps people to have a clarity on their roles and responsibilities, and it will develop management of change. So nowadays people are resisting to change, so that kind of thing can be removed by OB, since the OB is helping to study about the understanding and prediction of human behavior. So we could easily implement any kind of change which leads to improve productivity of the organization, and it resolve conflict and stress, because we are going to study about conflict management in OB, and what are the steps, what are the process in resolving the conflict, and organizational development, just now we have discussed about that. And culture also, the working style, the organization structure, and how they are dealing their client, how they are dealing their customers, how they are dealing their employees, how the organization brand themselves. So it's all about increasing efficiency in the employee side, increasing efficiency from the employer side, and how they could attain the productivity or efficiency by improving existing culture of the organization. So thank you so much for listening this video. Maybe next week I'll be posting some of the uh, theories in organization. See, you have to take notes. So I will be sending uh, 3 to 4 pages of notes. So don't rely on that. You just follow the book which I have mentioned in syllabus. I'll be sending that in WhatsApp. So yes, be in touch. So I'll be giving so many assignments. You have to fill up the form for your attendance, and if you fail to fill up the Google form attendance, you will not be given your attendance. So please be careful on that, because management will be asking on that. Okay, so please be safe, don't go anywhere, and utilize this time to improve yourself and study a lot. This is a great time to expand yourself in learning. Okay, thank you. See you on next video or next class. Thank you, students. Bye.